Hi guys, I just wanted to show you guys how to register for my online yoga teacher training course that starts June 1st. We have a discount right now going until May 20th that gives you $100 off on your certification course. So I'm going to turn around the camera and I'm going to show you guys how you can register. So if you type in mamajungles.live, it will take you to the longer link, but you can write in mamajungles.live and it will take you to this website. This is a picture from my balcony of my land in Peru on one of the more cloudy days. But then you will see all up here, there's this nav tab of all the different things that you can see on our website. So if you scroll back to the beginning and you go to the fourth option on navbar, you can do online classes. But really quick, I'm just going to show you my website. This is my logo. You can sign up in case you want information about yoga classes, and you can see many of the different social media links that we have. Here you will find if you click on this, you will find my proposal to the project that I am building on the land to help families. And down here you will see the link and the information to help one of my neighbors build an animal sanctuary for rehabilitating animals that are close to extinction. This is a link to my old yoga website, where you can find a little bit of information, and this is our call to action where we need volunteers needed. If you're interested in fair trade products from indigenous cultures, you can press this link. And another way that you could register for more information is by pressing this. But let me scroll back up to the top to show you how you can register for the online course. So again, the fourth option in the nav bar. Once you click it, you will see this banner, online courses, and you will see the 200-hour course. You click on this, and it will give you a little summary of what you will learn on this course. It gives you the dates of the course, and then you can press sign up for course. But let me go ahead and show you what our course syllabus looks like so far. So, with this, you could see that we have everything pretty much every single day. We have Sundays off. Now, I'm going to show you the back office to give you a little bit more insight of to what to expect in our class. So this is what I see in the back office, and I just wanted to show you that the first day we start off with introductions. I'm going to come a little bit closer just so you guys can see the table. Introductions and getting to know myself and how long I've practiced yoga and lived within the temples. The first thing we start off with is the gunas. The gunas are the three modes of material nature, and while this is a heady portion of the class to start off with, it's really important that we understand our moral discipline and our moral makeup, which is one of the main parts of yoga. Yoga in Sanskrit means to yoke. So we are unifying or yoking or mixing the different planes of existence within our bodies. And then every Tuesday we will have a yoga class where we all come together to do yoga online, and I kind of start to bring in the concepts each week within a yoga class so that way you guys can see how to bring in a yoga philosophy into the poses. The first week, every Wednesday, we touch on anatomy, and the first week we are going to talk about the planes within the anatomy. Every Thursday, we're going to have a discussion where we come together and you guys can talk through what your questions are, what you found from the Vedic texts that we've been going over, and you guys can kind of bounce back ideas between each other and myself. Then, on Friday, we're going to talk about the Eightfold Path, which is very important for having our moral discipline have a more direct route to focus on. As we go through this, you'll see we have different topics of meditation, the different versions of yoga and yoga schools that have come out throughout the centuries. Again, every time you see a yoga class, that's where you'll see us coming together to work through a yoga sequence incorporating the different teachings. The second week, we will be going over the anatomy of the ankle and introduce one of the fathers of yoga, Iyengar, who is a really great beacon to focus on when we're discovering the asanas and realizing their rehabilitative powers and importance to understanding the physical body. We then continue on with this week's lesson going through the anatomy of the thigh, and so each week our anatomy moves up the body. We go ankle, thigh, spine, the vertebrae, the joints, the chest, the forearm, and so on and so forth. Now, when we are going through this, you will see that I don't just focus on the asanas. When you are taking this yoga class, you will have an in-depth learning of the subtle body. We go through the pranayamas. We teach you the Sanskrit so you can understand how the Sanskrit relates to postures, to shapes, to deities or important beings throughout the Vedic texts, and those will give you a deeper understanding and reverence for the asanas and tapping into our body. Then we start to look at how do we put sequences together, and we focus on the bandhas, which are the locks of the body. Then we focus on the chakras, the energetic wheels in our body, and we can see the different sectors of Hinduism and how they relate to the chakras. This really is a loose cannon, so right in the 200 hour, we just focus on the three main philosophies around chakras, but in the 300 hour course, which I am continuing to work on that has not been launched yet, we really take a deep dive into meridian psychotherapy and discovering acupressure points and the importance of the 7200 nadis. We don't go through all 7200 nadis because not all of them have information in today's age, but we do begin to go deeper into the energetic system. We also practice mudras, which are practically hand yoga, in order for things like puja and the elements and different hand yogas to create, to continue with the dexterity in our hands and to give invocation and a specification towards specific aspects of us. We also go through the koshas, which are the different sheaths of the body, so that way you can grow a greater awareness that we are not just our body, but we have different layers to our aura that affect our intuition, and it will help you understand the neuroscience and why we have sixth senses. Then I touch briefly on reflexology, traditional Chinese medicine, and Ayurveda in the 200 course, but in the 300 course we take a deep dive into these so that way you can have homeostasis throughout all of the layers of your body. Then lastly, we go through inversions because they are a more advanced section of the asanas, and so we learn how to incorporate those before we have our practicums and our certification ceremony. Now, after seeing a little brief overview of the syllabus, I hope that you guys are very interested in joining my yoga teacher training course. I have a lot of information and studies from the different Vedic texts and going through my experience living in different temples, as well as studying dance movement therapy and being a movement specialist throughout my life. I wanted to also market and tell you guys that I wrote and published this book, and this manual you can find on Amazon.com across different countries, and it is necessary to go through our yoga teacher training course. However, you do have PDF versions of many of the other sacred texts that you can be accompanied on your journey and find your transcendental knowledge. I look forward to seeing you in my course, and I will keep my eye out. Have a great day, everyone. Ciao!